So now that I've got my mic, I think, sorted out here, it sounds pretty good. I'm gonna actually kind of play around with some RStudio and kind of see how the quality is after recording. So I'm also gonna put a little video of myself up here to make sure that um, let's shrink that down. Just to make sure that we're let's see if everything I can get everything like the overlays and all that good stuff working okay. Let's see, capture audio only. I don't want you to capture audio. Um, Good, you're not capturing audio. Awesome. Resolution, I want you to be, can I make you, there's the 1080. Yep. Highest FPS, video format, doesn't matter. Color space, that's fine. So I'm just kind of messing around with some settings here. I'm using OBS. It's a software for streaming and recording and all that good stuff. So I've been kind of playing around with this for the past like couple hours after I got my mic and my new webcam for my desktop. So now I'm going to be able to stream or I'm be able to record stuff without having to bust out my Mac and use the webcam and the terrible audio. So yeah, save those changes. So here I am down in the bottom part of the screen. I'm gonna put myself up here. You probably can all see that. So now, yeah, I'm in RStudio now, and this is. I just want to see what the quality of all of this will look like when I'm coding inside here. So let's play around with it. So I'm gonna go to my GitHub here. And we're gonna go to this. We're gonna go to I tried doing this earlier, but there was the audio was kind of terrible and the video was even worse. So let's see, income, COVID, physicians, population. I think it's this one, or is it this one? No, it's this one. Yeah, take you, and then we're gonna go to raw. I'm gonna copy that, exit out of here, and looking at my old data. All right, and we're gonna put a little break here. This is kind of new typing with the microphone in front of me. I don't look at the keys when I type all the time, but sometimes I misplace my fingers, so I have to get back, even though they have little nubs on the home keys. I have terrible typing practices. I'm 31 years old, and I still haven't figured out how to type properly yet. So, which is weird because I do a lot of coding and stuff like that in R, so I should know how to type. So we're gonna load our libraries here. And so the only library I'm gonna load here is tidyverse, if I could spell. Don't judge me by my typing ability. That's probably one of my weakest things in importing data. And this background's, I got the sun kind of in my eyes right now, so the dark background is killing me, and I probably should change that when I'm working in the daytime. But it illuminates me pretty well, so it's like good natural backlight. So I'm gonna have to just make do with it and maybe use a lighter background for RStudio. So we're gonna read the CSV here. And my quotations, oops, no. There's my stuff, my data that I created back a while back, and I haven't updated in a while, and I should. So I'm gonna store that. I did this again. So promise I'm not that bad at this. Oh, let's see. It's really hot here in Arkansas right now, so that's why you see me in shorts right here. Not in a suit and tie. But nonetheless, let's see. Oh yeah, we're gonna go get that up there a little bit. We're gonna rename our state variable to state name because I said so. Let's run that really quick. Yeah, that works. Cool. All right. And then we're going to inner join a tibble with state underscore name equals state dot name, state underscore ab equals state dot ab, and then state underscore region equals state, you guessed it, dot region. So since it's just an in-house data set, and I played with this a while, quite a few times. Sometimes, well, back in the past, I used to create like an object for states right here, with like the tibble and then state names, blah blah blah, and get rid of the. I could just use clean names there, but I don't want to. So I'm actually bringing in the variables like themselves. So state.name is a 50 vector of, maybe it's 51 with DC. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's to bring in like the state names, the state abbreviations, and the state region. So my data set that I have right here, the CSV file that I brought in, only has state. I want state region because when I graph this, I want a categorical variable which has some kind of meaning to it, and you'll see why in a little bit. But we're just going to call this stuff because I said so, and this is my video. Okay, so stuff should look, yes, just like that. All right, cool. I want to graph stuff. So we're going to plot this. Sorry, my mic keeps falling down. Cooperate. Thank you. So we're going to plotting data. And so we have our stuff object. Oh my goodness. Stuff, and we want to ggplot, and we want our aesthetics, our x value. X is going to equal, let's do state name because I like the state name. And then we're going to do our y value as the percent below median income, because this one's actually kind of normally distributed when not looking at states, but as counties across the entire spectrum. The other ones are just, I mean, you'd have to log them or use a logarithm on them just to get them to be manageable, and I don't want to do that. So I mean, it's simple, but I don't want to have to explain math stuff. So we're gonna go, let's see, we're gonna do a box plot here. Box plots are one of my favorite things to like visually get summary statistics. And it's gonna give us like basically the summary statistics of each state in regards to their percent, the percent of people below median income, because each state has numerous counties, and then those counties have a metric, because this is a county level data set. It has a metric which captures, which I created actually, which captures the percentage of people who make less than 60,000 a year. I know the median income is something like 62, 63, but the way the data was coded, 60,000 people below 60,000 was kind of the best I could do because the census and all that good stuff. Nonetheless, AES, we're going to put a new aesthetic here, and we're going to fill by state region, and this will actually color the graph. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to actually just run this and see what happens. I know better than that. So this is what the box plot looks like. The names down here are all jumbled up. I'm gonna have to clean this graph up a lot. Not a lot, but a little bit. And this doesn't really have any order to it, or it doesn't really make much sense to it. So the first thing I need to do is actually reorder the state name by the percent below median income. I'll put a comma there. Let's see. Do I have enough parentheses? 1, 2. I need a third one. Nope, I got the closed one right there. 1, 2, 3. Cool. And then, so now, if we run that, it lines them up and puts them kind of in order. State names are still jumbled at the bottom. If you zoom in, you might get a better look. It's not even then. So, okay, cool. So we'll just kind of keep cracking on here. So our aesthetics here. We're going to fill these with a color by state region. And what happens is you can start to see how some of these states cluster together. So higher numbers on this graph would basically tell you, or higher percentages of people below the median income means that, if you want to think of it another way, more poor people live here, or this state is poorer. So higher numbers mean more poor people. If in very, very like simplistic sense, not to be offensive or anything like that, but that's kind of what that denotes right there. So still, the graph, I mean, the graph is starting to look better, but this is definitely not a finished product at all. So I am definitely going to clean it up a little bit because I know better. And so I like the theme minimal because it takes away that gray background. And then I also like to do, well, I changed the labs really quick, or the axis labels, geez, English. So our x-axis is state, and our y-axis is, well, I'm going to say people, number of people who making less than 60K. Put a $sign there, and then one of the things I like to do personally is do a new line here, and since I'm talking in percentages, I'll put a little parentheses percentage right there, and if you look, it'll put that little percentage sign directly below the actual axis. So state is state over here, and this and this. So another thing we have to fix is we need to fix this. We need to fix these state names here, and to do that, we would just go into the theme and axis text x, axis dot text x, and the element we want to change, of course, is the text. So element text, and what I like to do here, angle equals 90. Some people like 45. 45. If you have like long state names like Connecticut, they don't really line up with, like, I mean, they're kind of like, oh, they're just not set well, and that kind of irritates me. But sometimes it works just fine with 45 or 60 or whatever. But I like 90 straight up and down. H-just, I like the horizontal justification to go right up against the axis. So to do that, you would just do H-just 1. And that'll put those names right up against the axis as well as flip them over. I also probably need to do a vertical adjustment because if you look, see how like Connecticut, the line for Connecticut is a little above him. I mean, you can kind of pretty much see what's going on here, but like when you get down here, it might start looking a little confusing. I don't know. It depends on who you are, I guess. And so there's that. Let's I'm gonna go back up here, and I like the brewer scale fill brewer. So the name is going to equal state region. I'm pretty sure that's how we choose that name of that legend. Yep. And this is just changing the color scale, and the palette that I like, if I can spell palette, is the spectral. I think this is colorblind friendly as well. It's either the spectral, or was it one of the sets? Maybe it wasn't spectral. Was it? Yes. Whoops. I'm blowing up my computer with accidental hotkey. Set 1. It wasn't set 1. Set 2. No, I don't like set 2 either. Set 3. No, I think it was spectral. That's what I'll use. Yeah, so I do like these colors actually. I'm still not 100% sure if this is for if people who are colorblind, if they can see this, or make out the difference between the colors. So there are packages like the Veritas package, which makes colors that we can see better. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Veritas B, is this for perceived viewers of common forms of color blindness? Let's try B, and then does it not like? Oh, this is it doesn't like that. So C. It doesn't like that either. Discrete value applied to it. No, I want D. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so this is more more friendly to people who may have color blindness. So yeah, it's one of the things that you can use. So you know what? Another thing I'd like to do, since no, I think that's fine, actually. I don't need to mess with that anymore. So we could put a title on this. Title equals yeah, I don't know. What should we do? Average, or no, median measure of poverty by state. Sure. I don't know if that's exactly what this is doing, but I mean, you could say so. I mean, let's see. So, states with that are higher on this side over here on the right have a higher number of people who are under the national median income. So, like, you got Alabama, Kansas, Arkansas. I live here, I swear, and Mississippi. I'm from Michigan, by the way. If anyone else sees this, I am not actually. I am actually from Michigan. So hey, there's my professor talking to me. So there's yeah, that's this graph here. I'll actually run that just so we can put a title on there. Measure of poverty by state. As I said, I don't know if that's accurate. That's an accurate way to describe this, but it's my video, so leave me alone. And I mean, legend. I like legend position equals. Whoops! I hit my mic. Hopefully you can all still hear me. Legend position equals bottom. I like putting it down there. Yeah, it's starting to look a little better and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of just, I just wanted to do this to kind of test out my new audio setup and my recording setup. So yeah, I will see whoever watches this later, hopefully.